It's Trey.
And Durrell. Every morning when I come to school, parking is easy. I mean, yeah, I do get there at 7:15 in the morning. Some students arrive between 7:30 and 7:45. If you were to ask them why are they late, 98% of the time they're going to say, I couldn't find a park.
In this documentary, we are going to be persuading you about what some of the issues are with parking, the new addition and future options, tickets given out, and students' thoughts.
With interviews from the principal, groundskeeper, and several students, you will understand the daily struggle.
First question is, so I know there's been talk about building a new high school and
Right.
if it gets passed or when it won't get passed.
Right.
So the major question is with all the students and some parents is how would parking be like the expansion of like the new high school and where it'd be?
Well, the biggest problem we have at this high school is we're landlocked.
Yep.
Okay, so unless we're going to go buy a bunch of houses and tear them down just to make parking spaces, we're not going to have any additional parking spots. We just don't have them. So what you guys don't remember or know is this north parking lot out here actually was not in existence 10 years ago. So we actually took away a practice field to create some more parking spots. 164 additional spots were created. 10 years ago, we had just as many students and 164 less spots, if you can imagine how bad it was then. So we don't have enough spots for our teachers, we don't have enough spots for our students. If you buy a new high school, obviously you're going to build a school to the size that you need and you'll have those spots.
So then with that new parking lot being built about 10 years ago, how much did the school or city spend on that?
I don't know exactly how much the school spent on it. You can research and find that out. But essentially what we did was eliminated the practice field. There used to be one right there, and we then spent the money to build the practice field, which is up where the sophomores practice football now. And that created those additional spots. But at that point, we're pretty much tapped out on the use of our land. The only other thing we could do is eliminate the other practice field to create more spots, but then when you have the sophomore football team practice where you have, some of those things happen that we need that space.
Between the months of August through May, parking from Division Street to 12th, adding 8th and Ellen, is very difficult. Many students have argued that we need more parking for Cedar Falls High School.
With 131 staff members, 3 to 5 student teachers, and 21 to 23 kitchen staff, the math doesn't add up. There should be 155 spots for them, but there are only 133 set aside. The new addition over 10 years ago added 164 total spots. There are way too many student cars and not enough spots. There have been several ideas discussed within the school board, such as buying out homes, adding spots closer to the school, or getting rid of a practice field. But there will be nothing done until a new school is built, hopefully soon.
If a city ticket is $10, how come a high school ticket's $25?
You should work through your student government to find that answer out and see if you could change that. I think part of it was, and you might ask Dr. Dinas about this, that the fine was less years ago, but we found out because it wasn't much of a deterrent that the kids continue to park there. Oh, it's $5, no big deal, who cares? So it didn't seem to matter so much. That's the best answer I've got. He might have a better answer than that.
Okay.
It's more of a deterrent if it's $25. They might think twice. If it's $5, $10, they're going to say, oh, not a big deal. I can pay that.
Okay. Yep. So our second to add on to our last question, ticket prices. I know you hear about it.
Right.
So tickets are $25.
That was set several years ago by our student senate. It's another one of those things. Students are pretty frustrated with parking, as are staff.
Okay.
If it's a $5 ticket, that's no risk.
Mm-hmm.
We have a parking nightmare. And what happened was, when it was $5 or $10, students, that wasn't enough of a risk for students. Now we had chaos in our lives. When it was $25, that hurts a little bit. Then we had people not doing what they're, they started following the rules. That could be changed. That could go to Student Senate. Student Senate could then advocate for what they think a fair price is, and they can bring it to the school, and I can think it can be changed. All the money that comes in from the parking tickets goes back to the school in some way. I mean, it's a student fee, student fund type of thing, and it doesn't go, it goes to good things for the school, believe it or not.
Student parking is a problem, and illegally parking is a convenience at the time until you see a yellow parking ticket on your dash at the end of the day.
Kathy from Cedar Falls Parking says for the year, excluding the summer, Division Street has 64 tickets. This year, between 12th and 8th Street, there have been 9 tickets. Over the month of November, there has been 9 tickets at the high school.
With $10 city tickets and $25 school tickets, the price is hefty. Take a stand, go to the student government for a change.
So Harry, how do you feel about school parking?
I don't really have a car right now because I got in an accident, so I don't really have an opinion on it.
School parking is less than spectacular.
How do you feel about school parking?
It's not the best. Just mostly getting out and stuff. We could probably use a little bit more of it.
There is not enough school parking.
I think we should be allowed to park in the teachers' parking lot because there's open spots.
Parking is terrible at this school.
We should park with the teachers' lot because it sucks here.
Are we good? I feel like I have to get to school really early just to find a parking spot.
Any other thoughts?
No.
These students are all asked their thoughts on parking, and none of them thought it was good or spacious enough.
With so many students being frustrated with the parking and the miles they have to walk each morning to class, there needs to be a change.
Are you tired of being late? Are you tired of not finding a parking spot? Are you tired of walking far distances in the cold between each class? Between the hours of 7:15 a.m. and 3 p.m., parking at the Cedar Falls High School lot is one of the most frustrating things a high schooler has to go through each day.
The 3 reasons why this really stood out to us are the additions and future options, the ticket prices, and student thoughts. All these are backed up.
I'm sick of this. We need a change. It's crazy. Yeah.